We arrived at a remote coastal town called Seal Rocks. At first I was hesitant to stay because there was no one here. Something stopped me from leaving.
Close to each other, I'm sure we would be like best mates.
What I didn't realise was that this encounter at Seal Rocks would change my life forever. My best mate, Will, sent me a message with his location and an invitation to join him. We were losing daylight quick, and it wasn't long before night fell upon us.
Gorgeous sunset, but unfortunately I'm going to be driving in the dark very soon. It's going to be the first night driving. I'm not very keen because of all the wildlife. With having only a small piece of 8mm sheet metal protecting me and my legs from a kangaroo, which is like 100 kilos or more. Well, there's nothing really stopping that from happening. Okay, I really don't like this. I already had one kangaroo jump out in front of me, so I've really slowed it down now. I'm on a dirt road, which is the dirt road, I believe. Oh, which way do I go, left or right? What is this place? I'm gonna go right. I literally have no idea where I'm going. I can't see where the roads are. Yeah, there's one. He's waiting for me to pass so he can jump out in front of me. Yeah, there he goes. Oh my God. Yep, over the fence, good boy. This is their property, I believe. It looks like there's another one up here.
I made it to the farm late, but in one piece. We had a blast the next few days. Time at the farm with Will and his family was something I'll always cherish. Having someone to talk to and share my stories with after such a bumpy start to the adventure gave me motivation to keep going because there's still so much more to come.
I really wanted to fix my accelerated pedal getting stuck. It's getting really hard to drive. I cleaned it up. Now I'm going to be racing down these country towns with no issue. This would be a good indication of how high up we are at the moment, and this is after quite a bit of descent. So that's where we're heading, out there to the coast.
And then something happened which ultimately led to my adventure's end. We arrived at a remote coastal town called Seal Rocks. At first I was hesitant to stay because there was no one here, but something stopped me from leaving. A young border collie, out of nowhere, jumped up into the van.
You are so cute.
Then Hannah introduced herself. We spent the night chatting and letting the boys play. They instantly became best friends, and so did Hannah and I. The sky was painted orange as we talked the night away. But the next day, Hannah and Huey had to head south and we had to press on north.
Just leaving Seal Rocks and had a wicked time. It was like perfect weather, perfect sunset we had last night. And I was just thinking it's a weird feeling now leaving that place. Because I feel like I made, really good friends, and if we lived close to each other, I'm sure we would be like best mates just because we had so much in common. It's weird that I'm now never going to see them again. So I don't know, it's like I'm meeting so many people that I know I could be good friends with, but you kind of hang out with them for the day or two, and then you go your separate ways.
What I didn't realise was that this encounter at Seal Rocks would change my life forever.
We just stopped for coffee at Louise Beach. Oh my god, I was literally talking for like 2 hours because everybody's coming up to the van and wanting to pat Floki and say hi.
I didn't really love the attention. With every opportunity, I would seek places that were secluded so I could get away.
It's been really good these last few weeks. Every day has just been the best. And then the next day is somehow better. Not bad waking up to this. We just scaled down the side of this cliff and now we've got our own little private cove where we can play fetch for a good half an hour. What you digging for, bud? Awesome sleep last night. We had a cool breeze just coming up from the ocean. After we woke up, I've just seen a pack of 5 or 6 whales just going past. Yeah, there's heaps out there. And then there's people just swimming down here. Oh, for f***'s sake, I just heard a big crack and I was like, what the hell was that? My truck just flicked up a rock at my windshield. There's 2 cracks. Oh, I don't know if I can replace this windshield. We are parked up on Mini Waters Beach. Hopefully I don't get bogged trying to get out. It's not that far from the ramp, so should be fine. Just leaving Mini Water now, which is such a shame because I think this has been one of my favourite spots so far. And I've barely explored it. I mean, we went for a bit of a walk and stuff, but it's such a small town. There's just no one around. I would have definitely stayed another night here, but we've got to be in Brisbane for La Dispute. But I'm really not keen for the busyness and the craziness of the Gold Coast and Brisbane. Stuck in bloody Brisbane traffic, and I'm almost out of fuel. So hopefully I can make a turn off soon. It's past 6 now. We left at 2:30, so it's been almost 4 hours to drive from Wooyoung to not even in Brisbane yet.
We made it to the gig and I was forced to spend the night in Brisbane. So after an awful night's sleep, I was desperate to leave the city.
I just wanted to go somewhere secluded. It's Saturday night and I'm pretty tired. It would be really nice to wake up tomorrow and see a nice sunrise and not get woken up by cars and people walking past. This is gonna be the spot for tonight, overlooking the beach. Have some heavy rain soon. Just having a quick stroll before the thunder and rain hits. I think it's gonna be pretty heavy. So I might just sit here and watch it come over with Floki. Hey. Floki's gonna make his bed and flick sand all over me. He's missing the show. Still no rain. It is a beautiful night. He's loving it, he's cozy. That was my favorite night so far. The lowest was 19 degrees, I think. I found a spot opposite the beach. I'm loving it though. I think that we should probably stay here another night, which wasn't the plan, but when you find a spot like this, I mean, why wouldn't you want to stay? Gonna have a swing? Getting a lot bigger, you know that? Don't really want to leave here to go to Brisbane. That's gonna suck.
There was another gig that I had tickets for in Brisbane that week. My brother Jack flew to Brisbane and I picked him up. It was nice to be able to share the adventure with someone, to share stories and talk about our problems.
Okay. boy.
But it only lasted a day or two.
There he is. So last night we dropped off Jack at the airport, came to this beach, and I picked this spot away from everyone. I saw lights being shown through my window at 2 a.m. So I knew they were talking and sussing out the van, which kind of had me freaked out. I heard the guy say, "It's the police." Just, you know, come have a chat, whatever. And they said that it's a bit of a hot spot for men doing unruly things. People come here to do weird things in the bushes. I wouldn't, you know, stay here again. Nevertheless, it seems like a nice morning, and back on the adventure now that Jack's gone. Get some supplies and we're gonna head into the mountains. His name's Floki.
Even in the mountains, I couldn't find the solitude that I needed, and so we decided to head as remote as possible.
Need to film a few videos and stuff in the van, so I wanted to go somewhere a bit secluded. I think this is going to be the camp for the next couple of days. It's been a while since I've gotten the awning out, but looks like we're going to get some rain. Gives Floki somewhere to rest. So that would be the big storm clouds coming our way. Quite beautiful, but they're definitely heading this way. I have to say, this is one of the coolest things ever. Sitting outside in the thunderstorm. Floki's all rugged up inside. Got the awning out. I'm about to make a coffee. It's raining. It's warm. There's some beautiful lightning strikes happening. You can hear the thunder. Now it's coming down. Just constant thunder. But it's so nice. Oh my god. Floki's just like, what is that? He's used to it. Okay, so I just got told off for camping here. Find somewhere better. That's the thing, there's always somewhere better.
The weather in Queensland was all over the place. One moment it's sunny, the next it's storming. But both moments were equally as beautiful as each other. I treasure those moments we were stuck in a car together, waiting out a storm. My days were planned a lot like the weather. Uncertain. But this uncertainty meant that I could do whatever I wanted. I could go anywhere.
Tiniest little waterfall.
Or anywhere Floki wanted to.
Takes a lot to wear him out, but oh my god, he's gone. I think I overworked him. He's pooped. Ah, you fucking March fly. Definitely worth it though, holy moly. Now
that I can see the damage. It looks like his hair actually got singed on the fire last night. We are nestled in this one big tree. This is going to be a bit of a hike. It's pretty steep. Got my good hiking boots on. That's a spiky bush.
This vessel made me understand that I had a longing for solitude. I realized the sincere happiness I felt from being alone. I think it's pushed me further than 5 years at university. It's given me a life that I never imagined I could live.
This is our 4th day here. I don't want to leave. Unfortunately, we are now out of water. I'm pretty thirsty. It's 5:30 in the morning. I've just given Floki the rest of what we've got. I'm going to stick around here as long as I can before dying of thirst, and then head to the beach, I reckon, and have a swim because it's going to be hot today. I've had some awesome sunrises, some awesome sunsets, some awesome fires. It's just been so peaceful.
We made it to the coast, but only barely. The car was misfiring. It became so bad. As I pulled up to the beach, the car was backfiring and shooting big loud bangs out of the exhaust. It sputtered into a stall where I actually had to push the car into the park, so I was forced to stay the night. And the next morning, when I tried to start the car,
No crank.
I couldn't start. I experienced the worst mechanical breakdown and mental breakdown so far.
Alright, so yesterday I had some issues. Looks like it's getting fuel in the carb. I'm about to check if it's got spark. It's just not starting out. Cranks, no issues. It's got battery.
I spent the entire day here trying to get the car running, but I was stuck.
Alright, it's now getting dark. I checked pretty much everything. Nothing's getting spark. Talking to this local Brian, he's been so helpful, but he's actually managed to rip a coil out of his van that he's got in his shed just across the road. It seems to be very similar. It's not exactly the same, but it will work, and it came out of a running van, so I'm going to give it a shot once I wire it up, and hopefully this bad boy fires up. Poor Floki's been just sitting around all day while I'm trying to figure things out. He's getting real antsy now. I'm going to take him for a bit of a walk and a run on the beach. I need a bit of a break as well.
I went swimming here and was actually later advised not to because bull sharks live here. It got late quick and I was forced to stay another night. I tried Brian's coil the next morning with high hopes. All my diagnosis pointed to the coil going bad, but when I plugged her in and tried to crank, nothing. It was time to get help. I got towed to a local mechanic where I worked with the head mechanic to try and diagnose the problem. And he said the exact same thing as I came to conclusions with. The coil was bad. So we ordered a brand new coil that arrived later that day.
The coil came, hooked it up, again, no spark. He was done. He was like, I'm not really sure, we're gonna have to get the boss man in. This young kid, Dylan, comes in and he gets some sandpaper and he cleaned the contacts, he set the gap. Next thing you know, the car's running. My God, that fixed the issue. We were back on the road again and we came straight up here. Drove 2 hours on some really shitty roads to get here. Ah, fuck. So it looks like it's very close to getting dark now, which is a bit scary because I don't really know where I'm going. I have no service out here, so I'm really hoping nothing goes wrong with the van because I wouldn't even be able to get a tow or anything. Hello, gorgeous. Good boy. So I'm super sweaty. I'm in full long sleeves with some thick socks on. Not because it's cold, definitely not
cold because of the mozzies and midges. Got absolutely eaten alive last night. All up my legs, my arm, feet. There's probably 50 mozzie and midge bites. Even now, just holding the camera, I've got a mozzie on my hand eating it. Good boy. Let's get the fire going, eh?
I got a real craving for being alone.
You are a menace. Oh God. Oh God.
We were having so much fun here, but the next day, Floki collapsed and didn't want to get up.
Okay, there's something wrong with Floki. Had a big play, then all of a sudden he just wanted to sleep. So I'm hoping he hasn't eaten some poison. Oh, poor bugger.